Hey guys, welcome back. I'm playing on Haunted Mansion by Raz. Alright, this is looking great so far. I'm loving the mist down the bottom, that looks really good. Now of course, I'm going to leave one guy alive so I can give a good run around and have a look at what's what. But until then, I'm liking this sort of outside area. I know you can't really see anything, but it's like you're in the middle of a misty nowhere. Does that make any sense? Now, what I noticed on the images from the workshop is the repetitive textures are really noticeable. I thought, well, repetitive textures is a very basic thing to avoid, but you actually can't seem to notice it from this level, because of course the pictures in the workshop are actually from quite high up. Also the mist on the floor, which I really like, that helps to counter it quite a lot, so good work there. I'm also liking this little tree area here. You've got bits of grass here and there, just to keep some detail on the ground floor. Let's see what else we can find, shall we? Now, one thing you can find, repetitive texture-wise, is these walls. It is so incredibly obvious you've just stacked the same thing on top of each other. Now, ways to avoid that: vines, plants, or even just different bits of wall. Just to make sure I don't kill all of them in one shot. And of course you can have bits of wall that are broken and all sorts. There's so many things you can put in front of this just to make it a bit more interesting. It's when you get to corners like this, I know it's not very often, but it starts to look very plain. So considering this is like a tree area, maybe there's like clumps of leaves in the sides or something that have sort of been brushed away by the wind, or if there's a gardener still alive. As for the sky, it looks amazing. You can't see the moon, but I like how they've done the cloud effect there with the light beams. And the mansion itself looks amazing. I'm really liking this. Let's have a good look inside. See, here we go, like, you can't see the repetitive textures on the walls of the mansion because of all the vines and the plants up the side. As for this top part, well, that's kind of what these sort of areas look like, so... Right, so I can get around these guys. I'll leave both of them alive. I get the feeling that if one of them grabs me, I might accidentally kill it. But I can't seem to get over to that side. I'm guessing that's deliberate, but... Alright. I don't know if I accidentally killed that guy or what. Or if this is our map maker, who knows. Let's have a look around inside. I'm guessing the idea of this is it's supposed to look like a very tidy mansion, like some sort of evil being, kind of like Dr. Volta, I guess, actually lives here and still is around. Of course you've got the dust and cobwebs, which looks very nice. Also, having like an in-use manor gives it a good reason to actually be reasonably tidy, but the detail on this is very good. You've got chairs in all sorts of places, items in the centre of the rooms, you've got pictures on the walls, lamps and stuff. Also, as I've mentioned many times before, there's a reason why these rooms are this big. It's a huge, rich mansion, but unlike other maps I've played, which would have nothing in these areas, I mean, okay, this is very open, but there's a reason for that. It's kind of a way out there, but other maps like this wouldn't have these chairs in a more central location. They'd always be just against the walls, and this has actually got around that quite well. So let's make sure I explore the entire downstairs area first. Okay, so this area is very similar, but it's kind of like a pool table and stuff. I know the little table in here would make it quite nice, but this is alright. There's lots of detail around these areas still, and I've got a little door I can weld if I want to. But let's just avoid that for now. I might weld one of these Zeds inside, just to speed things up a bit. But okay, I mean, the layout of this place is kind of very mirrored, if you know what I mean. Like, they've got the same size rooms and stuff. But yeah, this has got some lovely detail in it as well. And if you notice, the curtains are closed. It may not seem like a big deal, but it's a very simple and easy way to avoid putting a massive amount of detail in a map. Of course the curtains are closed. Why wouldn't they be? But of course, in areas like this where you've got the window and you can actually look outside, if you like give the player an ability to see outside, you then have to put all of the detail in. Like for example, because you can see over here, all of a sudden you need detail, but by putting closed curtains at the other side of the map, you've now avoided that, which is very good. I like that. Now of course, no destructible lighting. That's okay. Now, before I go upstairs, let's check this little raised room here. What's in here? Ooh. Nice armour. Which you can smash. Okay, hang on. Right. Gotta make sure I don't hit him in the head, just to try and keep him alive. That's the sort of thing I'm trying to avoid. Now, what's in this side section here? Okay, that's good. We've got a working fireplace. I like that. Again, closed curtains. After all, why not? And also, with this room being a bit bigger, you can kind of see the steam. Not exactly steam, like kind of the smoky area. I'm not exactly sure what that would be. Maybe mist? Maybe there's mist in the area? I guess it's like freezing cold inside this house, but we'll see. Right. Just to speed things up again, as I said. Right, now I can actually spend a bit more time looking at this area. Good paintings as well. Looking very old-fashioned. Like old family pictures stuff. I just think this is like a kind of like a vampire's house, you know, as in he still lives here, but keep the curtains closed because he doesn't want the sun in at night. Okay, that one's been respawned, so I've got to be careful of him. Yeah, I mean, unlike a lot of other places, there's a reason why there'd be tons and tons of paintings on the wall, because that's just kind of what huge mansions are like. Because of course, over the hundreds of years that the family lives there, they just collect all of the paintings. Now this is good, we've got a lovely balcony going out onto the lower floor. And I imagine I can jump over that if I wanted to, but I will avoid it, for now at least. And we're in the bedroom. Again, this looks very nice. And of course, something I didn't look at before is there's actually a nice detail on the ceiling, because that's not a flat texture, there's actually different layers there. That's very good, I like that. Steady on you. Okay, so this does cut off here, but the advantage of having things like a balcony is it means players can jump off to a lower floor if they feel like they need to, like they're in danger or something. Now there's, okay, something that could do with some detail is this section here, maybe some tables and chairs and things, I don't know, maybe a cabinet or something. Just something that's missed out, because there's loads of detail downstairs, but there's kind of like a flat area there with nothing. Just to make sure I've got everywhere. Kind of like a little library room. What's it missing? Tables and chairs. If you came in here to read a book, you'd have to stand, and bear in mind, someone who is incredibly rich does not want to waste a chair. In fact, if anything, they're probably like armchairs and stuff in here. So they can like grab some books and just sit down for a read. There's no way someone with that amount of money is not going to buy some chairs to go in there. Now that's nice, I like that. Oh, I appear to have stuck myself in here. But this is actually the last place to be. I think this is the top of the stairs I've explored everywhere. So, see you next wave. So far, I'm actually really liking this map. The arrows have been very accurate with the trader. A lot of good logical reasoning as to why the areas are so open, which the players need the room for to actually fight the Zeds in, which is good. Oh god. There we go, can't be having that. So yeah, now we just have a good run around and fight some Zeds. And I'm really liking, oh dear, I'm maybe a bit stuck here. Yeah, I'm really liking how they've utilised the curtains. Oh, that's the room I don't want to be in. I like how they've utilised the curtains. That way they actually don't have to do the entire back of the map. And there we go, nice and tidy. That's my instant way out. I do have a few criticisms of the map, as I've mentioned already, but is it darker here? Oh, we do have some destructible lighting. Okay, that's good. I do like that. There is some extra detail here and there. Because bear in mind, although this is a nice big house, this is also a rich person's house. They would have furniture for guests and stuff, and probably just buy things just to fill in the area. Now, it's also good to have this extra area here. Oh, did I miss round the side of the... Oh, apologies for that. Completely forgot I didn't see this over here. So yeah, let's go round the back then, I guess. Yeah, I can't believe I missed that. Excuse me, gents. But again, we get to have a really good look at the mansion from the outside, because it looks beautiful. And of course, we've got the smoke on the chimneys. It's easy to forget, because there is actually a fire going in there. Of course, we've got like plants and flowers and stuff out here, which is quite nice. Again, criticism of the actual stone walls here, and now we're in an open area, and this is actually very plain. Very plain. Of course, there's like things like leaves, and maybe there's other ideas for clutter you can come up with, but this is getting very empty now, and you can kind of see the repetitive texture on the plants on the walls and stuff. It's also what you've actually designed as well, because this little raised section is a great idea to get rid of some of the plain appearance, and that's a nice little weapon. That's the first pickup I've found so far. but there's a lot of just cobblestone areas. I mean, you could have made a nice bigger garden out here. This entire section, all the way from the end, round here, including this, to be a garden, which would make sense. This actually doesn't have a garden other than the little grass and trees out front. And maybe move this section here to either here, or maybe a bit further down. Maybe like coming across that is something you have to go across here to actually get to this back area. Like making it a nice garden here, and you could put all sorts of things like a little maze or God knows what. There's all sorts of interesting detail ideas you can come up with for that. But yeah, I'm just mentioning that. This is just some ideas that are popping up. After all, this is a big rich person's house, and I think you're kind of missing out on some opportunities there, but other than that, it's just something you can do with the space you've allotted yourself. And of course, just to have a quick check, the outer bounds area does have some nice detail. There's lots of trees off in the distance. Are those mountains? Those are mountains, cool. One more thing, as for this, I would suggest making this a little bit lower so players can actually get on it. I think that would be quite nice. So you've actually got some good detail here with the floor. There's also little weeds and plants growing out, which I have to mention now that I've seen it, is a huge contrast to this. So have a really good think about what you're doing with this, because bear in mind you've got the walls, they're kind of similar, they've got like mould and stuff growing on it. However, this is very, very clean and it no longer matches the edges. There are no overgrown plants anywhere. This is being weeded out, this is nice and clean, then you get up here and all of a sudden it's like completely different texture. So that's something you need to consider, because I did miss that last time. And of course you've got some fine edges on the sides here, which does need looking at. Like, this would not be such a fine line, you can clearly see the texture cut there, so definitely have a look at that. I guess that increases the amount of things I've got to criticise this map on, but it is still very, very lovely. I love the look of the mansion from the outside, it looks really, really good. A lot of work has been put into this, so see you next wave. So this house just gets darker and darker the longer I play. But yeah, I'm liking this map a lot. I've had a lot of good things to say about it, a few bad things, and just some ideas of my own about what you could do to change things. But other than that, very good job. I've also had no problems with Z pathing whatsoever, which is nice. Oh dear. Tell you what, there you go, you have one of those. Alright, let's get myself a bit more space, shall we? God, I hate crawlers so fucking much. Right. Oh, I can't jump over that. Right. Am I stuck? I'm not stuck. Right, let's get out of here. I like being able to bail if needed. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I got an AA-12. What can I say? Just use up the ammo for this. I don't know what I'll get as a secondary weapon. Probably just something fun. But yeah, I play on normal and short because this is a map review. That's all it is. So basically, once we get to the point where I've actually said everything I want to say, I've explored the entire map, I usually get that done by wave 2 or 3 if I don't get it done in wave 1. Because one thing I like to do, there we go, last shot, one thing I like to do is to fight in different areas of the map, just to give you more of an idea what it's like to play in the different sections of the map rather than just looking at them. So let's just blaze our way towards the boss. See you next wave. So, one of my very few, yet biggest criticism of this map is simply the texture. It's not a big deal, but you can see the difference quite easily here. And there's a lot of space that's been allotted for all the corners and sides here that are just very open and plain, whereas creating sections like this is actually a really good idea, but I think you've kind of put it in the wrong place. I think this entire section at the back could be used to create a garden or something. But anyway, I've mentioned it, I've said my piece. Those are just my thoughts. Other than that, it's a great map. It's a good size as well. You can actually get a lot of people on this map, which is really good. Of course you can solo it, but you could easily get like a good 10-person game on this. There's plenty of room inside, and also a lot of room to run around outside if you wanted to. If you're that way inclined. Right. See how quickly we can get this boss out of the way. What are we going to get? Patriarch? He's my guess. Although I would like to see Dr. Volta though. It'd be very appropriate for this map. Especially as I played on Volta Manor recently. Ah, gotcha. Although, the problem I've had with other maps recently is... where's the Flesh Pounds and the Skrakes? The Husk is the biggest thing I've seen. So have a go over your spawn locations again and make sure those creatures can actually spawn on the map. Anyways, boss time. Now, something I didn't pick up on before is I think this corpse was actually here in the map already before I started. I thought it was someone I got in the background, but this isn't a Zed. I'm guessing this is supposed to be the guy who actually owns the manor. He's been murdered and someone's taken over. Who is it? It's the Patriarch who took over. It's his house now. Alright. I've done plenty of exploring outside, so I'll just do my running around inside. So let's see, where you at? I like the fact these windows are here. Gives you a nice view. Come on. There he is. I don't know what that plan was for, but okay. I can take this. May not be a great idea, but I can. Level 21, for God's sake. Ah, shit. I don't know why I thought he would do running around elsewhere. Alright. That's okay. You do your thing. I'll just try and make sure I get deeper into the house next time. Oh, shit. Yeah. That was a silly mistake. So I can just take him out in one wave. Okay. Fight me in here. Oh my god, I can't believe I missed that. Alright, where you at? He's in the previous room, isn't he? Or is he upstairs? Why would he go upstairs? Oh shit, there he is. This is the thing about pathing that can confuse some people, especially myself. Don't know what he was planning on doing, but he went upstairs and dropped down. Certainly surprised me. Alright, not this time. Not this time, I'm stopping you. Can't see him. Oh. Okay. Apparently I dropped one of my pistols. Level 22 though. Right, it's probably going to turn up over there, so... because I can and because there's ammo. Sure, why not? Oh, there he is. That's way further away than I thought. Go on. I actually managed to hit me with that one. Come on. Oh dear. We're damaging the lights out here. In fact, look how fancy that looks. That looks really cool, actually. Ah, shit. Oh, God. Oh, he's doing the artillery. God, that actually gets me killed so many times when I'm playing on hard mode. Is that artillery? Ah, you went inside the house, did you? Well, that's too far away. Damn it! Did it again. I know there have been maps I've played on, though, where I've got him to this section, and then the AI didn't know where to run, and it just kind of stood there, and it just made it a bit too easy for me. Alrighty. He's downstairs somewhere, so I'm going to go upstairs. Can't drop down. Fuck's sake, I was saying, he can't drop down on me from here, but he still surprised me. That surprised him, though. And there we go. Alright. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.